yeah, I want to own a business, but I have kids. Yeah, but I'm a single mom. Yeah, but I'm Spanish. I'm Hispanic. What would you say to those people that probably have some of those excuses, and they can actually break through and hit their goal?
Now we can get deep. Look, it's never the excuse. It's never because you have kids. It's never because you're Hispanic or you're black or you're white or it's never that. It's the psychology behind that. It's the thinking behind that. There is actually a thinking of inferiority behind what the excuse says. Does that make sense?
It does. Totally.
There's a thinking of feeling less than. There's a thinking of feeling inadequate. Maybe there's a self-love issue, And that's what I'm telling you is that for most human beings, we don't realize that, but a lot of that happened and a lot of that came from some of the relationships that we've had in the past.
So we're actually on our way back to San Diego because we just finished interviewing Danny Morel. And Danny Morel, he's actually the founder of a company called Relentless, and he also does real estate development. He builds other people, and this last few years he actually did $980 million in sales. Okay, it was a great interview, learned a lot. My wife came with me. It was very, very inspiring. But let me tell you a little story of what happened on the way there. Okay, so keep in mind our flight got delayed like 40 minutes, and then it was about a 2-hour drive because it's 100 miles from the airport, and there was some traffic. So those are two things that we really couldn't control. We couldn't really do anything with that. It's just what it was. And we had like 15 minutes left, and basically I was supposed to be there by 2 or 2:30, and we were not there. We got there like around 2:45, 3 o'clock. But it was so funny because they were like, oh, let's reschedule. Maybe we could set up a phone interview. Maybe you can come tomorrow. Maybe you can come on Thursday. And no, listen, I came all the way from New York City a day early because we had the Secret Knock event tomorrow and the day after. We came a day early to meet and interview Danny Morel, okay? And with all respect and everything, not that, it's wrong, I was just not going to reschedule. It was just, I came here, I had a purpose, I had a meaning, and I showed up. I showed up with my wife, and I think that was the most important thing that we did, because what about if on our way there, and then they say, oh no, you're late, let's reschedule, and then the interview never happens. The important thing is that we showed up, and hey, we showed up and the interview actually happened. So it was pretty cool. Got to interview him. We're heading back now to the hotel. Very grateful for the opportunity to interview Danny Morel and to learn from him and build this relationship. And that's pretty much it. So I guess the moral of the story, if you're 15 miles away, keep going. No, but for real, look, listen. Things happen that are out of your control, and not everything goes my way. Emails, DMs, Instagram, calling. Not everybody tells me yes. Not everybody has the time for me. So I just have to keep that in mind and just keep going and keep going and keep going. Because like my mentor tells me, that you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have people asking for your time, and they're gonna be willing to pay you for a 30-minute coaching call, for example. So very excited about that. Heading back to the hotel. Now let me focus on the road.